Then the next year you go for 2105, all right, which is a stupid number, and still a number nobody's eclipsed to this day. 1984. Other number from that season, as many carries as you had, you averaged 5.6 yards per carry. That's another stupid number. All right. Now, you're sharing the stage with three of not only the greatest linemen in Rams history, but in NFL history, okay? And you played with two of them. You weren't fortunate enough to play with Tom. Your careers did not overlap. But tell me a little bit about rolling behind Jackie and Dennis and how good they were, and how instrumental were they in the numbers that you rolled up?
They didn't do anything. I did it all. No. The first one, I want to say, let's go back to the 49ers. I remember when I came to the Rams, now they're not talking about that, when I came to the Rams, as a rookie, I think we played the 49ers like the fourth or fifth game. And I didn't know anything about this rivalry. I mean, nothing. I'm like, it was just another football game to me. And I won't forget and Dennis was real adamant about it. I mean, very vocal. You know, if we messed up, you know, I can't say it, cursing, you know, and Jackie to going to practice. They just get pissed, you know. We can't be doing this against this team. This is a good football team. You know, you rookies, y'all can't be effing up. I sure can't be messing up. So I won't forget when we go to San Francisco. Roger Craig was a friend of mine. So before the game, we stand on the field, we talking. I'm saying, man, have they been talking about this game over there? I said, man, they hate each other, man. Really, I'm like, these two teams hate each other. I'm like, no, I said, we friends. I'm like, really? I said, it can't be like that. I said, no, it can't be like that. I said, it's just a game. He said, it's just a game to me too. Well, anyway, that all changed in that game. Because they started hitting me late, and man, all of a sudden, I'm like, you I see so, you know, I see where the rivalry comes from, because that's kind of, you know, it's a big rivalry game. But for us playing behind Jackie and Dennis Harry, I mean, you're talking about two guys that were, when you talk about offensive linemen, you talk about guys that have to be nasty. And both of these guys were very nasty on the field. I mean, and nasty, I mean, is you play clean, but you play as hard and as dirty, as safety as you can. I mean, Jackie was the type of guy, because I had ended up trying to, he's a tackle, so sometimes I would come out the backfield, and I'm trying to, you know, maybe bump a guy, help him before I go out the backfield. And if I would touch him, oh my God. Don't put your hands on me! Get your hands off me, don't touch me! And I mean, I'm hating to come back to the hub. I'm hating to come back. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch me! I said, Jack, I'm so sorry, man. Don't touch me. I'm just trying to help you. Don't touch me! You're getting me off! I'm like, okay. I mean, imagine you trying to play a game, I'm pissed at him for yelling at me. You know, I'm like, don't be yelling at me like that. I'm on your team. So, I mean, but it was great. I mean, the year my rookie year, you know, we had a great rookie year. I mean, I think it was a season that is still an NFL record today. I mean, and these guys were a big part of that season. Is, you know, the blocks that they lay down, and always the one thing about our offensive line is they blocked till the whistle stopped blowing. And that's what you don't see a lot. I mean, I didn't see it even after I left the Rams. I got to the Colts. I mean, it was, I mean, when they blocked, the whistle was over, and they still pushing guys downfield. And I think that's what made, I think, even Tom Mack, I didn't play with Tom, I think that's what made all these guys, you know, great offensive linemen.
Dennis, how motivating was it for you, and Jackie, and you can chime in too, how motivating was it for you to open holes for a guy that if he got through, just had a sliver, a crack, he could take it the distance and hit the home run time and time again?
Well, the first time I'd seen somebody that could do something like this went to the Pro Bowl, and all of a sudden Tony Dorsett was behind me. And just to give him a sliver, just a crack, and to see what he could do with it. And I'd never really had the running back to experience that before. I mean, we've had great running backs. Don't get me wrong, we've had some fantastic running backs. But to the caliber of Eric, just to give him that little edge that you knew, and like he said, so we knew to block from whistle to whistle because he was going to make something happen. And he always did. He was a great competitor, great person to play with, and again, when you've got somebody that you know that has that ability, it gives you more incentive to hold on to the man's jersey for as long as you can.
You know, I agree with what Dennis just said about holding on to the jersey. I learned that very early when I was in college. I went to Jackson State and I played with Walter Payton in college. Played with him for 3 years, and I remember getting there, and they put me in the starting lineup right away, and I was getting thumped when we played Grambling, thumped when we played Alcorn, thumped when we played Mississippi Valley State. It seemed like I was getting thumped all the time. But Walter Payton was picking up a lot of yards, and going into my sophomore year, all of a sudden they're saying that, hey, they got this great offensive lineman over there, Jackie Slater, and I'm thinking, why are you saying this about me? I'm getting thumped. Walter was making plays. Well, I got used to that. I knew what it was like to have a great running back. When this young man came to the Rams, I had been there 7 years, and I had never gone to a Pro Bowl. I had never had any accolades thrown my way. And he and I were talking. He said to me one day, he said, "You ever been to the Pro Bowl?" I said, "No, I haven't." He said, "Well, you're going this year." Memories of days gone past when I was in college and all that. And sure enough, I mean, this young man, the thing about this guy that I tell people that makes me feel good about many of the ball players, I mean, I could go right down this road because I played with just about everybody that's sitting here except for Torrey. And there's something special about these men sitting here that's really, it's an intangible that drives them with these unique packages, these unique physical packages that we see. And the thing about Eric that was supreme in this area was that this guy was supremely gifted physically, like no other. Supremely gifted, and that he knew it. He knew it. A lot of people can say, hey, that's arrogance. But I can tell you this, I never blocked for a good running back that was worth the salt and sweat that didn't have it. And I always appreciate that about it.